My name is Caleb. I am 16, and this is my story. I first learned about the pandemic from a friend and from the news. My friend Jerry, who never texts in the middle of the month, mostly for school reasons, texted me and said, "There's a virus and it's spreading in the middle of China here," because he lives in Chongqing. And I was confused at first. I was thinking, what do you mean there's a virus? I mean, is it just like a flu outbreak? Because the flu is normal. The flu comes and goes every year. And he said, no, there's a virus and it's going around everywhere. And at first I thought it was just something that would disappear. Before I knew it, it was in Australia, and then it was in Europe, and then it had reached the Middle East, and then it was on the shores of the USA. My perspective on the pandemic has changed from thinking, oh, this is amazing, this is wonderful, no school, to, okay, this is not very good, this is a bit bittersweet. Going out is now a chore rather than something I just do for fun. Because, prior to the pandemic, I could come to the library and I could see Mackenzie, I could see my other friends, I could see Clarissa, I could see Macy. I don't see any of those people now face to face. It's mostly virtual interaction. And that's something big that's changed because I like going out. I like going out and seeing people and talking to people. Now that that's more of a hassle rather than something I can just go out and do, I wouldn't say it's had this profound effect on my life, but I would say it's definitely had quite effect on my life because now I can't go out and see and hug people. I can't touch people because now we have to worry, oh, you might get corona. What do I miss about normal life? I miss absolutely everything. I can't just go out just because I want to. I have to, plan where am I going to go, how long am I going to be out there, do they have restrictions on how long I can be there, or if I want to go get something to eat, I can't go inside, I can't have a sit-down meal, I can't just go out and just be out of the house. And for someone like me who enjoys being out the house, who enjoys being around people, that's definitely something that I do miss about normal life. I can't just go out and just exist in public. I have to go out and exist within a box, this 6-foot box away from other people. Typical school day for me was wake up, get ready for school, maybe stop by the donut shop or McDonald's, depends on where I like to go that day, and go to school and see and talk to people. I could interact with people, I could touch people, I could hug people. We would sit there and not forced to sit 6 feet apart from the person next to me. Whereas now, I can't do that. I can't sit near them. I can't be by them. Where during normal school days, we'd be able to pick and choose where we want to sit, who we want to sit by. We could be in our little friend groups, but we can't do that now. We have to sit at our desk, sit 6 feet apart from somebody. And when we do have free time, we can't sit and just chat. We have to yell across the room. And so now sitting and chatting, it's just not feasible anymore because we can't yell at the top of our lungs. My mood towards virtual learning has probably just been, I'm hungry all the time, constantly hungry, because usually I would be at school and I'd have, interaction to distract me from the fact that I'm constantly wanting to eat something. And now I don't have that with virtual learning. Even though I do in-person learning at school, the way my school is doing it is we sit at a desk and we have our Chromebooks and we do Zoom meetings all day. And so I'm sitting here either constantly tired because I'm bored or constantly hungry because I'm bored. And it's this lack of I hate to say it, quite literally, lack of better things to do that has led to me being constantly bored and constantly hungry and constantly wanting to do literally anything but be there all day. Keeping us engaged is a very, very important thing. It was important before the pandemic. It's especially important now. Things such as Kahoots or interactive learning tools that we can do over the computer is a very, very useful thing. Something positive that's happened to me because of the pandemic. I've become closer to my friends because before we would always just make plans to come hang out, but now we'll sit on the phone and talk for hours upon hours, or be playing games, or just talking about random stuff that happens. My biggest worry is the pandemic never ending. I genuinely am afraid that this pandemic will never end and that things will never go back to normal because of, for lack of a better term, foolishness. Please don't dismiss your teenagers' feelings. If they come to you and they say that they're feeling a bit down because of this, listen to them. Don't just ignore it, because often we hear, especially within communities of color, that you're young, you can't be depressed, or I have work, I have to pay bills, I can be depressed over that. And these things to you guys may seem minor, but to us, that has a profound impact on the way we live. It feels like, oh, they really don't care about how I feel. Oh my gosh, well then what am I supposed to do? Especially if it's somebody who you believe deeply cares for you, such as a parent or a guardian, then that can have a profound impact on how teenagers live their lives, how we continue on with our lives, especially after this pandemic. Be patient. I know it's been going on for the better part of the year now, but, you know, things won't be like this forever. And you have to be patient. You have to wait. I know we're all ready for it to be over. We're all ready for this to just conclude. But it's not just going to magically go away overnight as much as we want it to. It's not going to do that. And so we have to be patient. We have to listen to, like I said, we have to listen to the medical professionals. We have to listen to what the CDC says. We can't just continue on as if nothing is happening. People say, out of sight, out of mind. Okay, but it's a virus. You never have been able to see a virus, and it may be out of your mind, but it's in somebody else's mind. It's in medical professionals' mind who are trying to deal with this pandemic, who are trying to help people and recover people. It's very much in their mind, even though they can't see it.